What are some of the most impactful historical inequities of the past century in planning that we're still grappling with today here in the US?
The two that come to the top of my head first would be absolutely housing and second, public health. So starting with housing, for example, redlining was outlawed in 1968. However, those effects are still seen through the neighborhoods that are marginalized that don't have access to services, right? So my dissertation in my PhD program focused on disadvantaged communities and specifically how race and poverty and segregated communities lead to trauma in those communities. And obviously the demographics vary, but most often, redlining, although, as I mentioned, it was outlawed so long ago, it's just been developing into other methods. So we see racial steering, we see predatory lending, we see exclusionary zoning and gentrification, and all of those things still contribute to these isolated pockets of community. When it comes to public health, especially surrounding planning, the first thing that comes to mind is urban renewal and the construction of highways through these cities. So I was able to participate in a study in Syracuse, New York, looking at I-81. And the portion that they are taking down runs through one of their lowest income census tracts. The concentration of lead poisoning in the city of Syracuse is isolated in that community. And it's just now something that's being remediated. So I think just those two, and there's probably many more that I could go on a tangent of, but those are two, I think, of the most leading, disparities that I see